I'm Felicia,
And I'm Ian.
and we are the Paranormal Lovers.
Hello, paranormal dudes, dudettes, and dudays. Welcome back to another episode of the Paranormal Lovers.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for joining us back for another week. We're in episode 67.
Yeah, 67.
67. I think that's how old your mom is.
It's wild.
It is wild. It's crazy we're coming up on 100.
Yep.
Like
Slowly but surely.
slowly but surely. It's wild. What did you love about this week?
I loved that Patty was on spring break and we got to go to the pool a couple times.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
Me and Patty got to get out in the woods once.
Yeah. It's been a long week.
What did you love about this week, baby?
The solar eclipse.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It was
I
pretty
didn't think about
wild
that. I was
seeing.
like, I knew there was something. Yeah, we actually were out and about. We did like some shopping and stuff on Monday, and it was funny because we came out of Goodwill. Me and Patty did, and she goes, "Wow, it's dark, Mama." I was like, "It's because the moon's covering the sun, Patty." She was like, "Oh yeah, the eclipse." It's like, yeah, the eclipse.
Yeah, the
And,
next one will be in 44, I think.
Yeah.
2044.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we got to see it. Like it peeked through the clouds a few times, and we got to see it that way. And then when we got home, there was like less cloud coverage, so we actually were able to use the glasses
That's cool.
and see like the last little bit of it. She had to. That was the day we went and seen your parents because she had to go show them the eclipse.
Thank you to the librarian that gave us some glasses.
Yeah, they were out, and she was like, "I brought these because my family already had some. I'll give you a pair." I was like, "Thank you," because they were out.
Yeah.
Out. All right. Well, what do you got for us this week?
This week is episode 67, Stairs in the... I always want to say Stairs Under the Woods, but it's
Like-
Stairs in the Woods Part 2.
Like people under the stairs,
People under the
stairs in
stairs.
the woods, just stairs under the woods.
Right. So when we left off, we were telling stories about a man that I had named Ranger Jim. He's a search and rescue officer that has experienced some pretty strange things in the woods. When Jim started diving into telling us some strange things that has happened in the woods where he works, he gets interested in the more stranger parts and the people he has worked with that these things happen to. He goes on to ask some people that he worked with if they have strange things happen to them. And yes, strange things happen to every single one of them that he has worked with. Oh, why am I not scrolling here? Uh-oh. This computer, y'all.
Yeah.
It's killing me. He goes on to ask some of the people he has worked with. Oh, wait, I already read that part. So today we're going to dive into these stories and see if some of the stories Jim's coworkers have matched the strange stories that he had. The first is from a SAR officer who was a vet, one of the veteran officers, and he has rescued people for over 15 years. So, like a 15-year veteran.
That's a long time.
She specializes in high elevation rescues and is one of the best rescue officers in the field. Jim says she was one of the more enthusiastic storytellers. So she got into like telling stories to him.
Yeah.
Jim was with her a fair amount during her exercises and remembers several stories that really stuck out to him. KD goes on to tell him that's the name of the officer is KD. in this story.
Yeah.
She goes on to tell Jim a couple of more of the gory stories of rescues that she had went on, and I'll skip those today. Really, I'm more interested in the stranger ones myself.
Yeah.
Uh, Jim asked KD if there were any stories she had where people went missing completely. Uh, and Kay's eyes seemed to light up whenever he asked her. Okay, she said, here's a real doozy. Kay tells Jim of a story about when she first started. She said this case got a lot of media attention. So, like, the media went crazy over it. A family had been out picking berries in a park very close to the entrance. They had two little boys that were under the age of 5. And at some point in the day, one of them goes missing. There was an absolutely massive search party formed to search for him, uh, and they found nothing. Uh, it was another one of those cases where it seemed like no one had ever been there. They couldn't find any evidence.
Like he just vanished.
Yep. And the dogs just they sent dogs out and they just kind of sat down and like didn't pick up any scent at all.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
No trace of the kid was found. The search goes on for about 2 months, but is eventually called off. Fast forward to 6 months later, the family comes back to place flowers at a little memorial set up there for the kid. They bring their other son. While they were placing the flowers, they lose sight of their other son and they only looked away for about 3 seconds. In that span of time, he vanishes in thin air.
Gotta put a leash on these kids, man.
Right. Thin air. What a weird saying. Right?
Yeah.
Like vanished in thin air. What is thin air? Like
I
a
don't
thin place
know.
between the veil of realities, you know?
I don't know. For some reason,
Maybe.
it makes me think of I think of it more in like scientific terms, like a lack of oxygen somehow
So like
messes with the light refraction. I don't know.
maybe high up on the mountain, like it's thin air,
Maybe.
you know?
Maybe. Maybe.
Now, obviously, the parents were devastated.
God, can you imagine losing both of your kids?
To lose one child is enough, but to lose both is
Mm-mm.
crazy and like heartbreaking.
I'd be in the hospital.
Right.
Doo da, doo da.
The search was huge, one of the largest in state history. There was about 300 volunteers combined in the woods looking for this kid. But again, there was no sign of him.
Jeez.
Search goes on for a week, with people looking miles from the park he had vanished. And then, almost 2 weeks later, a volunteer almost 15 miles from the designated search area radios in that he found the kid. They assume that the kid was dead, but the volunteer says only he's not only alive, but he's in good condition. Katie and her team go out to recover the kid, and when they get there, she can't believe that this is the kid that had been missing. His clothes were clean, there was no dirt on him anywhere, and he doesn't appear to be traumatized. The volunteer says he found the kid just sitting on a log, playing with a little twig bundle that was bound together with some old rope. Katie asked the kid where he had been, who he was with for those 2 weeks, and the kid tells her that he was with the Fuzzy Man.
The Sasquatch that took him into
Right?
the city down the hole in the earth.
Right. Now, Katie firmly believes in Bigfoot, so she gets all excited and asks the kid what he means by Fuzzy Man. Was he hairy? But the kid said no, he wasn't hairy. He was a fuzzy man, meaning he was blurry. Like when you close your eyes, but you don't have them all the way closed, right?
Mm,
He said the man came out of the trees and took him deep into the woods with him. The kid says he slept in a hollow tree with him, and the fuzzy man gave him berries to eat. Katie asked the kid if the man was mean to him and if he scared the kid, and the kid said no, he wasn't scary. The kid did say he didn't like how the man had no eyes. Katie gets the kid back to headquarters, and a cop takes the kid into town and talks to him about what had happened. Katie was friends with the cop that talked to him, and she said the kid described being kept in this tree by the fuzzy man and given berries whenever he was hungry. He was allowed to wander around a very specific clearing, but when he tried to go any further, the fuzzy man would get mad and yell real loud, even though he didn't have a mouth. When the kid got scared at night, the fuzzy man made it go brighter and gave him the twig bundle. He said the fuzzy man was going to keep him, but he had to let him go because the kid wasn't the right kind.
the fuck?
Right. He either can't or won't elaborate and more on the matter. Um, the cops were left scratching their heads, and the search for his brother was renewed with no results. The kid had no idea where his brother was, and they never found him. The last story, KD. So, yeah, that was the story of that one.
See, I feel like one brother went to the Earth Dwellers, and then one brother went to the Fuzzy Man. But what the fuck is the Fuzzy Man?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like this is the same guy that was on the cliff with the
Right.
guy that fell and broke his leg
For sure, like no face.
with no face.
Hmm.
But what? What? And the wrong kind?
So, preface to this: if you guys haven't seen our episode that we did with
Oh, yeah.
Chrissy on the
Paranormal
Paranormal Misfits, go check that out because this has a lot to do with this.
Yeah, I mean it's an extra episode I uploaded to the feed right before this one, so
Yeah.
go listen to that one. It's long, but
Cool.
you'll understand what I'm talking about with Earth Dwellers and the
Yeah.
Sasquatches like taking kids to live under the earth. Leslie and Steven are of the school of thought that the aliens aren't actually up there, but they are humans that lived here before and they went underground when the world went to shit.
Yeah.
And they believe that they still live there and that Sasquatches are sentries, kind of like guards for them. And now every time somebody goes missing, I'm like, Boojum got them.
Yep.
Boojum got them. They're gone.
It's a lot of missing people in Asheville.
Is it listen? Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also that siren over there, so most
This
of
is
those are
true.
probably her. Heifer.
Wonder if that ties into all that. The French Broad siren.
I don't know. I feel like she's probably different.
More of the Fae type.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm talking about there. But I don't like the blurry man.
Right.
I don't like him at all. Mm-mm.
Okay, so the last story KD told Jim was a story when KD had first signed up to be a SAR officer. It was a story about when she got separated from her group when she was still a rookie. They were learning the basics of high elevation belaying on a well mapped side of the mountain, and she had to use the bathroom. So she went off about 15 yards from the group during a small break and did her business. Jim says he will tell the rest of the story exactly as KD told it to him. So that's how I'm going to tell it to you guys. So I go to take a piss. And once I was done, I started back to the group. But I've only gotten about 5 feet when I realize that I have no idea where I am. And this wasn't I got turned around lost. I mean, I had no literal fucking clue where I was. If you'd asked me, I don't even think I would have been able to tell you what state I was in. It was sort of how I imagine people with amnesia feel, you know? You're completely lost and you have no idea what to do. So I stood there for a while, just trying to figure out where the fuck I was and what I was supposed to do. But the longer I stand there, the more confused and turned around I get. So I started walking. As I recall, I just picked a random direction and went for it. As I as as I am walking, it just gets worse and worse to the point where I have no concept of why I'm on the mountain in the first place.
Mm-mm.
I'm just trudging through the snow, and then I start hearing this voice. It's kind of inside my head almost, like if a frog could talk, all low and croaky.
I'm good.
And it's telling me over and over, it's okay. It's okay. You just need to find something to eat. Find something to eat and you'll be okay. Just keep walking and find something to eat. Eat, eat. So I start looking around for anything that I can eat. And I swear to God, I've never felt that hungry in my whole life. It was bottomless. And I think I have eaten just about anything you put in front of me right then. I had no concept of time, so I had no idea how long I'd been out, where I hear an actual voice coming toward me. I go toward it and see one of the other SARs, and he looks fucking terrified. He's running toward me, asking me if I'm okay and what the hell I'm doing out here. And the scary thing was, as he's running toward me, I kind of see myself reaching into my belt for my hunting knife.
Oh shit.
I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing, but what I am thinking is that I have to eat. If I don't eat, I'll never be okay again. I just have to eat. He sees me doing that and backs off right away. He yells at me to put the knife away, that he's not going to hurt me, and that kind of snaps me back. All of a sudden, I realize exactly where I'm at, and I put the knife away. I run to him and ask how long I've been gone, thinking he'll tell me I've been gone for a half an hour or so. But he tells me I've been gone for 2 fucking days.
What?
I've gone over 2 peaks and ended up almost on the other side of the mountain. And if I'd kept going, I would have ended up wandering into about 300 miles of wilderness
Jesus.
that had never found me. He can't believe I'm not dead. And of course, I don't know what the fuck to think. To me, no time had passed at all. I don't say anything. I just go back with him to the rendezvous point, and I'm taken back to headquarters to be airlifted to the hospital. When I get there, they do all kinds of tests and try and figure out what happened. As best they can guess, I had some kind of weird fugue. It's FUGUE,
A fugue.
a fugue state, which is kind of like amnesia or a weird seizure that locked my brain out of whack or knocked her brain out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is that we really don't know. It's never happened again, but I'll tell you, ever since I ever since then, I never go out there alone. People rag on me for making them come with me when I have to leave the group, but I just tell them that listening to me piss in the snow is better than losing me for 2 fucking days on a freezing mountain.
Like fucking right. Like you're gonna rag on me? I disappeared for 2 motherfucking days,
2
bro.
days.
2 days. Like, y'all need to put a fucking leash on me and some cowbells or something. Like, don't rag on me for. I don't want to disappear.
She got lucky.
She wandered around for 2 days just eating.
Yeah.
Just eating. What had a hold of her? Something in that. I need to know where this shit happens
Right.
so I can figure out what the fuck is going on.
Sure, yeah.
Because that's even weirder.
So weird.
Like, it makes me wonder if she's the right kind of kid.
Maybe.
Ugh, no, I don't like it. I'm sorry, Katie.
Sounds like something was controlling her, though.
It does sound like something was controlling her. Just eat, neat, and like you go to take a knife out on your coworker because
Right.
you're hungry.
Yep. She's gonna kill him
In the snow.
in the snow.
Wendigo.
Maybe, yeah. She might have had a Wendigo.
She about got the Wendigo fever.
Right. Hey.
Oh,
That makes a lot of sense.
that does make a lot of sense. And the low croaky voice, just eat,
Yep.
eat. See, that's different. That's something altogether fucking different.
Yep.
Like, what the y'all stay out of the damn woods. Just stay out of the woods.
These guys run into like so many different weird things. It's so strange. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of the forest or something where they're at.
Right. It does really. Sorry, it just made me wonder if it's the Bridgewater Triangle.
Right.
I'm like, wait, the Bermuda Triangle?
You guys are in upstate New York.
Are you in Massachusetts? I think you might be. But yeah, it makes me wonder if she hadn't stopped, if she had killed him and ate him, would she have turned into a Wendigo?
Maybe.
That last step into cannibalism?
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So she went on 15 years after that even happened to her. So what a lady.
Get it? If Katie ever hears this, sis, I'm sorry. You got lucky, sis.
Yep.
I cannot.
So the next person Jim talked to about these strange stories was a person that goes by EW. They were a former trainer who now works as an EMT. He still comes to ops to help out, but doesn't work full time anymore. He specializes in finding lost kids. He just seemed to have the sixth sense when it came to knowing where they had gone. He's a legend among the more senior vets, but he gets embarrassed if you compliment him on his work. He sat down with Jim at dinner one evening, and they ended up swapping stories. Most of them were just casual, but when they got on the subject of their weirder calls, Jim mentioned that he had a buddy who had gone missing up a set of stairs. EW got kind of quiet and asked Jim if he had heard of a little boy who disappeared from his park a few years back. Jim didn't know, so EW told his story. They were looking for this 11-year-old boy, his name was Joey, who'd gone missing near a river. Trigger warning, guys. Sometimes they have gruesome stuff in these, so be prepared. If you don't want to hear about kids being dead and stuff like that, just skip.
Good idea.
So they were looking for this 11-year-old boy, and of course, the first thought was that he had fallen in or he was near a river, so of course they thought he had fallen in and drowned.
Worst fear, man.
But when they brought dogs out, they led SAR officers away from the river and up into a very densely forested area. When they do searches for people, they search in kind of a grid pattern. So like they do a cube and then they'll do another cube. And they search every box of the grid very thoroughly. What EW's team noticed right away was that a very strange pattern was emerging. Dogs in alternating boxes were picking up Joey's scent, but losing it when they overlapped with another box. So they'd pick it up, lose it, pick it up, lose it. If you think of a checkerboard, Joey's scent was being picked up on random black squares, but never red. This, of course, didn't make any sense because how could the kid bounce from one area to another area without leaving a scent in each place he passed? EW and his partners pass into a new box of the grid, and EW notices a set of stairs about 50 yards away. He tells his partner that they need to go check near it, but his partner flat out refuses. He tells EW that he's made it a point never to go near any stairs he sees, and that while it may be routine, he's not to pretend that it's normal. He tells EW that he'll wait in sight while EW checks.
What a little bitch.
Right. He's like, "No, I'm not going to do it." You can go check.
I imagine like this rough and tough like mountain man. He's like, "Nah, man, I'll stand right here and watch you. Go right ahead. I ain't messing with them stairs."
Right.
Boy.
EW says he was irritated at the guy, but he felt for him and he didn't push him on the subject. EW walked over to the stairs. They were small, kind of like stairs into a basement. He doesn't really feel strongly one way or the other about them. The stairs, he wasn't scared or anything. He was like everyone else. He preferred not to think about them too much. So he went over to them and he could see something lying on the bottom of the step, sort of curled up. His heart sank. They were confident that they would find this kid alive because he had only been missing for a few hours. But EW knew right away that when he found him and that he was dead. He was curled up in a little ball on the step, holding his stomach. It looked like he had been in horrible pain when he died, and he didn't see any blood, except some on his lips and his chin. He radioed in that he found him, and they got his body back to command. The poor family was devastated. The parents couldn't understand why he was dead, because he had only went missing for a couple hours. The officers also couldn't explain the sudden death. EW assumed that he had eaten some poisonous berries since he was holding his stomach when they found him, but he wasn't sure. It's hard enough to hear that your kid's dead, let alone some stupid SAR officer guessing about what had happened.
Right.
They took him away, and EW went home and tried not to think about it. He hated finding dead kids. He loved his job, but this was one of the reasons that he had quit. He had 2 daughters and couldn't imagine something ever happening to them. EW started crying, but eventually pulls himself together to finish his story. We don't always hear back from the coroners about the cause of death, but it's not really their job to know. And something if they think there is foul play, or sometimes when they think if there's foul play that they won't tell them. But EW had a friend who works for the sheriff's department, and he usually passes along any interesting info if EW asks. In this case, though, he actually got a call from the guy a week later. He asked if EW remembered the kid, and of course he did. And the sheriff told him some seriously weird shit is going on here. He tells EW, "You're going to think I'm crazy, but the coroner has no idea what happened to the kid. He's never seen anything like it." He goes on to tell him when the coroner opened up the kid, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. The kid's organs were like Swiss cheese. Quarter-size holes were punched clean through just about every organ that the kid had, aside from his heart and lungs. But his colon, his stomach, his kidneys, everyone, even one of his testicles, were full of these clean holes. My friend said the coroner described it as if somebody had taken a hole punch and punched holes out of everything there was. They were so neat. But the kid didn't have a scratch on him, no entry or exit wounds. The closest anyone there had ever seen like it was a guy who had filled himself full of buckshot a year or so back while cleaning his rifle. But no one had any clue what could possibly have caused it. His friend asked EW if he had ever heard of anything like it, and EW told him that he had not. The coroner determined that the cause of death was from massive internal bleeding, but no one knows what really happened. EW was never able to forget that kid. He had nightmares about it sometimes. He never lets his kids go in the wood alone, and when they do go, he never lets them out of his sight. He used to love the woods out in that area, but that case and a couple of others ruined it for him. Jim and EW finished dinner and they started to clean up and go back to their cabins. But before they went their separate ways, EW put his hand on Jim's shoulder and looked at him real close. He tells him that there's bad things out there, things that don't care if their families or lives, or that things that don't care about their families or lives, or they can think or feel. He tells him to be careful and walks away. He never got to talk more about EW, but the story stuck with him. By pure coincidence, oh, that's when the next one starts, but
Okay.
so that was EW.
I don't like that either.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like something took samples
Yeah.
out of him.
Like maybe he was the right one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, blurry face. Oh, ew. Sorry, Joseph and Tyler. I know that's your song, but that's what we're gonna call him because he has a blurry face. So
Right.
I don't like blurry face at all.
No.
I don't. I don't.
Poor kids, man.
I'm so disturbed. Like it almost makes me think, like at first, because he said it wasn't in his heart and his lungs.
Yeah.
Almost like he had been hit with something, like the force of something.
See, I was thinking like maybe traveling through dimensions, like shredded him like Swiss cheese.
That is possible too.
But wouldn't it have been in like everything, not just his organs?
Well, that's what
Which,
made me think like he got like hit with like a beam of some sort because like his ribs protected his heart and his lungs, and it just got everything below that.
right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know. Poor kid.
Yeah.
Poor family. Imagine just that trauma of like not knowing what happened.
Yeah. And not being able to explain it at all.
I mean, thankfully, like they do have the piece of having their child's body,
Right.
but the unknown question of how did this happen?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
But so, let's see. By pure coincidence, Jim got to talk to another veteran who goes by the name, we will call him PB. Princess, what is it?
Buttercup. Bubblegum.
Princess Bubblegum. So PB had been a SAR in the SAR program for years. Him and Jim were partnered on a grid sweep during a training exercise, and were chatting casually about how they liked their job. And hello, train. And what kinds of things that they had seen. At one point, they passed an old set of stairs, though these were probably from an old fire lookout, given the area that they were in. Jim casually mentioned that he was curious about the stairs and that he wished he knew more about them. PB got quiet and looked like he wanted to tell Jim something, but wasn't sure if he should. Finally, he told Jim to turn his radio off. Obviously, this is something that they never ever are supposed to
Mm-mm.
do, but Jim did, and PB did the same. About 7 years ago, he says, he was out on a call with a rookie. They were in an area of the park that had a lot of strange reports and events, disappearances, stories about lights in the forest, odd noises, things like that. The rookie was totally spooked, kept going on about things out in the woods. And this one kind of gives away almost a location. Uh, According to PB, the guy would not stop talking about the goat man. Just on and on. Goat man this, goat man that.
They're in Pennsylvania.
See, she knows. Finally, PB told him that there was plenty of other things to be afraid of out there that was very real, and that he had better get over this thing with the goat man. The rookie wanted to know what kinds of things PB was talking about, and PB just told him to shut up and walk. They crested a little ridge, and there was a staircase about 10 yards ahead. The rookie stops dead in his tracks and just stands there looking at them. PB tells him, "See, that's something you should be afraid of." The rookie asks him, "What the hell are the stairs doing there?" And for some reason, PB just opens up and tells him the truth, or what he had been told was the truth. He could have gotten in a lot of trouble for doing what he did, and he could have got in a lot of trouble for telling Jim about this story. But he told Jim because he was a nice guy and he wanted him to stop looking into the stairs. "Quit while you're ahead," he said. So he decided to tell Jim under one condition, and that he never breathed a word of it to his superiors. Jim said he wouldn't say a word and double checked that their radios were off. When PB started out, they were a little less tight lipped about the stairs and other things that had happened out there. They warned people before they were even hired that there was weird shit going on in the woods there.
I feel like that you should just know that if you're gonna work in the woods, there's probably gonna be some
Weird shit.
weird shit
Yeah.
going
I've seen
on.
some weird shit in the woods,
Well,
but
of course we have. We're on Cherokee land. There's weird shit everywhere.
so PB guessed that the Forest Service was tired of having such a huge turnover rate and that they wanted people to know what they were getting into. So they started having people sign agreements that they wouldn't go to the media about what they were going to see. The Forest Service didn't want to scare people away, basically. So the last thing they needed were spooked rookies running off to the media with stories of ghosts and haunted stairs.
Here's an NDA. Have fun.
Right. But eventually they found that the agreements weren't necessary. People not only didn't want to talk about what they saw, they wouldn't. A few times media tried to talk to people when kids or hikers would disappear, but no one would say a word. PB couldn't explain it. He says maybe they didn't want to admit anything was wrong. His job was to be out in the woods every day, so they didn't need to be spooked while they were doing it. So he pretended like everything was okay. PB said he would tell Jim everything he could think of, but after that he would be done talking about it with him for good. And he expected Jim to never bring it up again. But PB said the stairs had been around as long or longer than the park had existed. They had records going back decades describing them. Sometimes people go up them and nothing happens. Other times, PB said he really didn't like talking about this, but sometimes really bad shit happens. He says he saw one guy get his hand sliced completely off when he got to the top step.
Oh shit.
He reached out to touch a tree branch, and he said it happened so fast. 1 second his hand was there, and the next it was gone. Completely clean wound. They didn't find his hand, and the guy almost died.
Jesus. So it didn't cauterize the wound.
No.
Ugh.
Another time, a woman touched one of the stairs, and a blood vessel in her brain exploded.
Jesus.
Literally exploded like a water balloon.
She had an aneurysm.
She sort of stumbled down and came over to PB, and all she got out was, "I think something's wrong with me." She dropped like a sack of flour, dead before she hit the ground. PB says he never would forget the way blood leaked into the inside of her eye.
Oh.
Yeah. Before she died, he watched it turn red. He watched it happen, and there wasn't a single thing he could do about it. They warn people not to go anywhere near them, but he says there is always one idiot who does. And and even if nothing bad happens to the person, something bad always happens. Kids go missing as they're on the trail. Someone dies the next day, cut in half in a completely safe part of the park. He doesn't know why, but something bad always happens. He doesn't know why the stairs are out there, but they are. And if the Forest Service was smart, they would tell the new officers exactly what they're capable of.
Thank you. That's exactly what I fucking said.
PB and Jim were both quiet for a while. Jim was afraid to talk because he wasn't sure if PB was done. He looked like he wanted to say something else. Finally, he spoke up again. "Have you ever noticed how you can never find the same ones twice?" Jim nodded, expecting PB to continue, but he just stayed quiet, walking alongside of Jim. Eventually, he started a story about the biggest deer that he had ever seen in the park, and Jim never brought up the subject again. PB had dropped out of the op the next day, left before the sun came up, and Jim and the others never heard from PB ever since he left. And that's PB.
Wow. Also, and I was wrong. I'm sorry. The Goat Man is from Maryland, not Pennsylvania.
Right.
So, my apologies. But there's a lot of fucking woods up there.
A lot of woods.
Like, Vermont has more wood, like acres of wood than they do
Wilderness
people
woods.
that live in that state. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, it's not getting their hand chopped off. It's somewhere else. I don't know where, but it's somewhere else.
Right.
I don't know. They feel like portals.
They do.
Like they really do feel like portals.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's alien portals, if it's from some bad magic that was practiced in the woods or something, like some blood magic or something.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know
But
either.
they're portals somewhere for something.
Yep.
I don't know.
Some
Y'all.
kind of bad purpose.
They're
Bad
not
evil
there.
purpose.
They're not there for a good reason.
No.
They're not. Which I wonder, like, see, if I was a SARS officer, I would be taking trail cams with me.
For sure.
And I'm going to set up a trail cam anywhere I find stairs.
Yeah, to see what goes on with it. That's
to
a
watch
great
it.
idea.
Like, why are they not doing that?
Except, like, you don't want to go near them.
Well, I mean,
But-
it's a trail cam. You post it on a tree across from it.
Yeah.
So you can watch it.
If anything goes up it, yeah.
Or comes down it.
Yeah.
Like, why are we
Or
not
if it
putting up trail
moves.
cams?
Because
Or
they never,
if
they
it just
never
disappears.
they never seen it in the same place twice. So,
Yeah. Like, if it just disappears, okay, well, that's crazy, but, like, I'd like to know.
for sure.
Y'all put up some damn trail cams.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing? And also, I don't blame PB either. He's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done. I quit.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't blame him.
It's like I done seen too many stairs.
Too many stairs. Oh, sorry.
But let us know what you guys think that these things are. Let us know if I think there's another set of stories that I could check out. Let me know if you want to hear it, and I'll do it.
Okay.
It'll be like a separate thing, but
Also, Stairs in the Under the Woods would be a really good horror movie
or a book.
title. So like TM 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 TM. I mean that would actually be like a good like sci-fi if you take like Earth Dwellers. It's like the stairs under
Interdimensional.
the woods.
Yep.
They go under the woods.
Sure.
TM 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 TM. I'm writing this book. Yeah, leave it alone. I'm gonna be up there with you someday, Elena. All right. Well, thank you for that. That was a little worse than the last go round. I'm not sure how
Thank
I feel
you guys
about the
for
stairs
listening.
anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna go up the stairs because I don't want to die of a blood aneurysm, like a brain aneurysm. I don't want to get my hand chopped off.
So
I
that
don't want my
one-
kid disappearing. Like
None of those are the ones that I've seen on YouTube. So like, there's a lot more
jeez.
stories out there about stairs in the woods. But
That's
y'all let me know
crazy.
if you want to hear it, and I
For
will.
sure. I'm interested in it, but we'll see what everybody else thinks too. So,
Mhm.
all right. Well, thank you for that crazy story. Yeah, you're never taking Patty hiking again. If you guys would like, please head on over to Instagram and follow us at The Paranormal Lovers. You can watch these videos on YouTube by searching for The Paranormal Lovers in the search bar. Send us an email at theparanormallovers@yahoo.com if you have a topic request. What do you think about this episode? Have you seen stairs? Have you seen stairs? Also, if you would like, head on over to Patreon. If you would like to support this podcast at the $5 tier, Lovers Lane, you get The Deadly Lovers, our true crime show over there.
Come watch me cuss at people there.
He cusses so much and
Yeah.
says a lot of Jesus.
I'm not one to cuss a whole lot, so like,
Yeah. Unless he gets like really, really pissed off.
the only reason I did it in this episode was because it was already in, the stories. But
Well, you weren't like cussing, you were quoting.
yeah,
So that's different. But yeah, come over there and listen to him just like lose his shit over people doing terrible stuff.
and also thank you to the Reddit person /no sleep. That's the guy that made these stories. Go check his stuff out. There's a lot more to read on in there than I read. So
yeah. And you guys go check out that other episode that we did with Paranormal Misfits.
that
we
was
had
so interesting.
a great time listening to Stephen and Leslie talk about their experiences and their theories. And I'm telling you, so much makes sense in my brain now.
Right.
I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And that makes sense. Like, also, guess what? Black-eyed kids, they're aliens. Told y'all. Told ya. Just saying. All right, guys.
Aliens in training.
Yeah. Hybrids. Hybrids, they're having sex with us. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us this week, and we will see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
We love you.